Hey YouTube, this is a bit of a struggle trying to get one video out every day. So I'm just back in the studio and figured I don't think I've touched this guitar in about a year or something like that. So this is a Badger, or the Badger, serial number 58. I tried to sell this actually when I needed money for the car, but I sold other stuff so I didn't need to. I'm quite pleased. I had this took this out of the studio and it performed remarkably well. It's amazing. It's an amazing guitar for what you get. If you're even considering liking the look of it, just buy one. They're awesome. I think they're about 150 quid, like brand new or something like that. Not expensive at all. I'm not sure that the best idea was putting Badger and the picture of a badger on the headstock. I think maybe that might put people off. So it's a sort of a reverse body Jazzmaster. This one's called a black Badger. There is one that's the other way around, so it's white with a black scratch plate and white pickups. And I think there's also a one that way around, which if you look at it that way, kind of looks a bit more normal. But I think the upside down thing is fantastic. So I got this in a trade about a year ago or something like that, and I was just going to flip it, but I just kept it because I really like it. I was going to put a coil split in it, and there's already one in it. And there's not really anything, it was one of those ones you think, oh, I'll mod that up. I'm not modding this up, it's perfect. I would maybe paint it a different colour, but then the badges are black and white, so black and white sounds right. Just playing through my usual Laney and through the 3x12 Tracy Elliott there. So that's a bridge pickup, neck pickup. These are sort of invadery, Seymour Duncan invadery looking pickups. Just avoiding a tone, Strat type tremolo. Got my favourite place for the input jack on the front. It's got a really nice neck, a really glossy, quite a thick neck. I mean, these were designed by, I think it's Alan Entwistle, who might have something to do with Entwistle pickups. I don't think it's getting to do with John Entwistle, the bass player. I think he spells his name differently for a start. But fantastic, really is. I'm not really usually. This might actually be the newest guitar I've got. The serial number doesn't really indicate what year it's from, but I don't think it's been kicking about for very long. When I bought this, I looked it up and they were still for sale, but they were on back order, so I think they'd all sold out. If you type in Badger guitar, you come up with Brian May, because Brian May signed some because of some, he's into his mad stopping culling of badgers and stuff. I think the guy who owns this company was a bit sneaky and got Brian May to sign some of these, rather than actually being a guitar that Brian May plays. Although I don't see why he wouldn't. Both pickups. Pickups are really good. That's one of those ones I would have changed them if they hadn't been. And then the tone port control pops up and you can single curl. Is probably what a guitar that looks like this should sound like. Bridge. Neck. These pickups, you would think by being invadery, are more of a metal style pickup. You would have thought I would have maybe put lipsticks. If I was putting single coils, maybe lipsticks would have worked quite well on this, but they sound fantastic. I think because the coil split thing was very much a part of when this guitar was designed. So in coil split, it gives you what you would expect a sort of reverse body 60s to sound like. On the wee rat pedal. Neck pickup, bridge pickup. Neck. Maybe it does have a bit of metal in it. Bridge. And I think these strings, to be honest, are possibly even the original ones to the guitar, and I've had it for more than a year. I never changed them. I did notice myself, I hit the pickup switch a couple of times, accidentally, when I was in the studio. That's just because I'm not used to it. You can't really, I wouldn't really put that as much of a negative comment. I really blame myself more for hitting the pickup switch, just not paying attention. But it's the sort of thing, after I've done it once, I just never happened again. Actually, looking at it, I think maybe due to the shape of this guitar, you know, if this was the other way around, I think it would be on the tip there. In fact, it should probably almost be pretty cool actually on the tip there just now. So it's maybe a little bit close to bridge pickup. You know, if it was upside down, it would be here, and it probably wouldn't get in the way the same way. That's the bit in the studio there. Remember it really. first pedal. Yeah, so that was a bit of the solo for a song that we're playing tonight. It seems awful familiar. I can't put my finger on what it is I've stolen it from. If you know what it is, you can put it in the comments, but please don't find it, and maybe I wrote it. I don't know. The other bit of the song actually was a total flop, because as soon as I played it, singers like that appeared. Oh well, and it's like, damn it, it's totally basically just written oh well again. Not exactly the same, but within the and it totally is oh well. I just never, damn it, as soon as he said it I was like, I knew it, that, because I was quite pleased with that bit. But it's totally like, it's just a bit in a well, isn't it? Yeah, so things I learnt tonight in the studio. I normally take in my amp. I've been taking in the Softtech, and I've been trying out the wee Laney. And I like both of these a lot, and I mean a lot better than the JCM 2000, which is in the studio. I did not like that amp at all. I couldn't get a sound out of it. I took in a Boss distortion pedal just to try and get control over it. It was like, it really was just not what I'm after at all. I think the reason I like the wee Laney is, well, if you go back in time, the only other amp I ever liked apart from the Softtech was my pal Jim had a Laney LC15, which I think the reason I liked it is because it sounds like the Softtech. Really, I don't know what it is, what kind of valves or whatever it is. There's something about it that sounds like the Softtech, and when I bought this one, I thought it was an LC15. I didn't realise till later on, until I saw it. I was like, that's not the one I was thinking. I swapped it for something. A guy had it in his garage. This is the more expensive VC one, which is it's got no extra knobs on it that are not really any use to me. I don't really need the 2 channels, and I don't really need reverb. But I've got that one anyway. There's actually one on. I do quite fancy getting the LC at some point. The LC's got the buttons, dials in the front instead of in the top, and I think it's a bit cheaper. I think it's still made in England though. Yeah, so as I said, lesson learned. I will be taking in either the Softtech or that. Surprisingly enough, that was actually loud enough. I had it plugged into the 4x12 first time I took it in. I was going to do it again, and I wanted to see if I could get away with it. Had it plugged into the 4x12 and it was absolutely fine. It's a little bit noisy when you've got it on the gain channel, up at, you know, gigging level. It's noisier than the Softtech is, but that's probably just because it's, you know, it's up at sort of a half or 3/4 as opposed to the Softtech, which is at a quarter at gigging level. But even one time I tried it without even plugging it into the 4x12, just using the internal 10-inch speaker, and it was acceptable. It was totally fine. It sounded better than that bloody JCM 2000. So I'm not a JCM 2000 fan, assuming there wasn't something broken with the amp. Oh, getting crazy. I got a mad Brady Bunch thing going on there. So maybe this video's already fucked up. If not, rock and roll, and I should be able to get 10 to 11. I'll be able to get this up, and I'll continue my being able to get a video every day. Oh, something's not right. But Badger, just if you're even considering, just buy one. They're awesome. Also available in colours, but rocking guitars. Catch you soon.